Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We are following breaking news from Warren tonight. Shots fired in the parking lot of a high school in Warren.
This is happening at the Michigan Collegiate High School, right near the intersection of 13 Mile and Ryan, just after school had let out for the day. We want to get to Mara McDonald. She's live at the school.
Mara, plenty of people in the parking lot when it happened, right?
Tons of students, Devin. I mean, when the cops originally got out here, they say it was utter chaos. Take a look behind me. So you see a squad right there. You see the buses right here. Apparently, and this is according to police, it's dismissal time. You have a ton of kids milling around out here waiting to get on the bus. When a group of students who'd gotten into trouble earlier in the day and had been suspended showed up back at school with a buddy who is not a student here. Police think they were trying to settle some scores, and that buddy, who is not a student here, pulls out a semi-automatic weapon and starts firing into the air, at least 6 shots. We were looking at the markers on the ground. Police were counting it up as well as picking up some evidence that had been left behind. Now, Warren PD tells us that they had a squad car all of a minute away from here when that shots fired call came in. So police were out here almost immediately, and they think that that quick response is one of the reasons nobody was hurt out here, and the guys who came up here to cause the problem took off running. Take a listen.
We're extremely lucky. As I said, there was at least 3 busloads of students right there, and 6 shots fired within a couple feet of the buses. I believe we just got lucky today.
Back here live, you see all these buses that are returning to the school. They're all empty. Police have asked them to return because they want to take a look at their onboard cameras and see if they can find any facial video of any of the people that they think were involved here. In addition, police just telling us moments ago that they think they're looking for 2 cars that came up here to cause the problem. One is a dark red older model Impala, and the other is either a dark blue or black Ford Focus. So they're in the process of trying to get video right now to confirm what they think they're looking for, and that's where things stand. I'm expecting we're going to hear more from Warren PD as the evening goes on. We're live in Warren. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah, updates just as soon as they're possible. All right, Mara.
The chief says he didn't deserve to die.
We don't see any indication that any of this was justified.
A gas station clerk under arrest in a deadly shooting. Late this morning, Detroit police shut down that gas station for operating without a license.
Happened early this morning at the Mobile station on Verner, right near Clark in southwest Detroit. Victor Williams live with more on what's happening there. Victor.
Yeah, Devin and Kimberly, this was quite the commotion. The gas station, just like you guys said, has now been shut down. We'll get to the reason why in just a minute, but the cops are still here trying to connect the dots on what went wrong.
Another example of senseless gun violence.
A shooting at a gas station leaves 1 man dead on Verner Highway around 3:15 a.m. Monday morning.
There was some type of verbal altercation between a store employee and a customer.
The incident took a turn for the worse when, for whatever reason, the customer left and decided to come back, causing things to become deadly.
We know he had exited, attempted to come back in at some point. 1 shot was fired by the store employee. It struck the victim. The victim is a male 25 from the city of Detroit. My condolences to his family.
The employee was arrested. The gun he was using, unlicensed.
We're going to be tracking the firearm to see if it's used in any other crimes and how he got it.
In the meantime, the entire store has been shut down due to it operating illegally.
They don't have a business license to be open in the city of Detroit and sell gasoline. At this point, it's senseless. We don't see any indication that any of this was justified in any way. No one was at risk.
And once again, the chief is saying that his condolences are going to the family of this 25-year-old, but we are told that they are going to be going door to door on this stretch of road right here to make sure that all of these other businesses have the appropriate licensing, and if they don't, they'll be shut down as well. Southwest tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor. A man is murdered in Ann Arbor, not far from the University of Michigan campus.
Yeah, police say the 24-year-old man was walking to his home on Sandalwood Circle near Nixon and Plymouth Road when the shooter opened fire. The victim made it inside his home with his girlfriend and 3-year-old son inside. Police say the suspect continued to shoot, killing the man. The woman and child were not hurt. The suspect was arrested. Police believe the two knew each other.
After complaints of overcrowding and allegations that a teenager was sexually assaulted while in custody, Wayne County is lifting an emergency order at the juvenile detention facility. Been more than a year now since a state of emergency was declared, and since staffing has improved, the number of kids in custody is down. County also says it has doubled the space in housing pods and improving the day-to-day for the kids.
It has increased the amount of in-person schooling that they'll get, increased the amount of rec time, made sure that every child will get a shower every single day, as we'd want for any of our kids.
Wayne County's also raised wages. They say that has helped allow the detention center to add 54 additional staff members.
Well, conditions are so bad, Governor Whitmer is asking Michiganders to not have fires outside. Meanwhile, officials up north now say a massive wildfire near Grayling all started with a campfire on private land. The fire exploded in size over the weekend, forcing homes to be evacuated and I-75 to be shut down at one point. Will Jones is live on this story tonight. Will, the first risk is high all across the state.
Kimberly, we are in dire need of rain. We haven't had a significant amount of rain in over a month, fueling concerns about wildfires. As crews continue to battle the wildfire near Grayling, the Michigan DNR has a warning about the dangerous conditions across the state.
There are several factors that we monitor daily to assess wildfire risk, and some of those factors are showing numbers that we haven't seen in more than 20 years.
The weather is a huge risk factor when it comes to potential wildfires.
The fire risk we are across almost all of the state is extreme. In certain areas, we haven't seen rain in nearly a month. And so things are dry as dry can get.
Because of the dry conditions, Governor Whitmer is now asking residents to not set fires outside. Also, the Michigan DNR is not issuing burn permits. The agency says people cause 9 out of 10 wildfires. Burning yard debris is the top wildfire cause in Michigan. A campfire sparked the Wilderness Trail fire. It has burned about 2,400 acres. Officials say it's now more than 90% contained.
This truly is an unprecedented set of conditions that allow wildfires to start very easily and then to spread very rapidly.
The DNR is telling everyone to be cautious if starting a campfire.
If you're going to have a campfire, make sure you have running water nearby, a hose ready to go, have a shovel so you can stir in the embers when you're finished with the fire. Make sure it's extinguished.
The DNR puts firefighters in locations where wildfires are likely to happen and spread quickly. If they see fire or smoke from one of their planes, they put their firefighters into action. A quick response can make all the difference. Kimberly?
Will, do we know how long this is going to be an issue?
Well, Kimberly, June has started off very dry and it's likely to continue. So a lot of people are going to be keeping their eyes to the skies, hoping for some heavy downpours.
That would certainly help. Okay, Will, thank you.
And in fact, let's take a live look outside from our Ann Arbor sky cam. A bit cooler today, but yeah, still looking for some rain. Lawn's getting kind of crispy, and the fire risk, as we just see, really high right now.
So let's get over to Kim Adams. Kim, we've got more dry days ahead, it looks like, too.
We have a string of dry days, although there is some rain in the forecast later on that I'll tell you about. But right now we're focused on the sky conditions because it looks like it's a cloudy day, and it's looked like that for most of the day. That's actually not cloud cover. There's some clouds, but most of it is smoke coming from those Canadian wildfires. Temperatures are in the mid-70s in Pontiac, 80 degrees in Detroit and in Adrian. Exact Track 40 radar tracking that smoke. It is the heaviest on the east side up into the thumb. You can see the scale here goes from light to moderate to thick, and then the red is fire. So we've got thick fog across, thick haze actually. It's from the smoke from the wildfires in the upper levels of the atmosphere. That's what's causing that haze on the east side, a little bit less on the west side. But nonetheless, it's definitely made for some beautiful sunsets. We could use some rain, and we're not seeing much of it at all. There is a little bit in the forecast later on in the week into the weekend. 75 in Mount Clemens, mid-70s in Pontiac, 80 at City Airport. Tomorrow, dry as a bone with temperatures in the upper 70s. We'll talk more about the rain chances, though. Could affect your weekend plans. So stay tuned for that coming up.